and play the best softball we can. The game's not going to know that we've been there before. It's going to reward the team that plays the best, takes the most of the opportunities, and that's what we have to do.
Here's Landry's first pitch to Ulrich. Swung on, little looper, into right. Barker is there, makes the catch. Davis tags, coming to the plate. Here's the throw, not in time! Davis scores! Texas Tech wins!
They're surprising me a little bit here. The way they're handling this easier than what I expect them to. And nothing's really easy at the World Series, but when you look at what they've done here, it's been pretty good.
The Red Raiders are headed to the championship series for the very first time with a 3-2 walk-off win over Oklahoma, ending the Sooners' run of national championships at 4.
And I just want them to keep growing. I don't want them to set a limit because I think we can reach a higher level against Texas than we played all season, and we may need to.
It'll be a Lone Star State showdown. Texas against Texas Tech. Game 1 coming up on Wednesday night.
The fact that it's like a Texas national championship is going to be a lot of talk around this, and I think it's going to be tough. You know, we both want to win, and we're the first team to not have been in this situation before. They've been in this situation before, and obviously they haven't come out on top, and I know that leaves a bitter taste in their mouth, but we're both going to be fighting for it.
It's time for Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the Women's College World Series. Let's head to Oklahoma City and join Ryan Radke and Aaron Miller.
Welcome to Devon Park in the 2025 Women's College World Series Finals as the Texas Tech Red Raiders take on the Texas Longhorns in Game 1 of the Best-of-3 Championship Series. Tonight's broadcast of the Women's College World Series on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network is presented by Marriott. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. Hi, everybody. Along with former Big 12 Player of the Year and two-time NCAA champ Aaron Miller, I'm Ryan Radke. We welcome you to our exclusive coverage of Game 1 of the 2025 Women's College World Series Championship Series on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. It is indeed a Lone Star State showdown. Texas against Texas Tech. We don't know who's going to win. We do know this, Aaron. There will be history made in this series. Neither one of these teams has ever won a softball national championship. Texas Tech has never even been to the championship series. They're the new kids on the block, but they feel like they don't have to take a backseat to anybody, primarily because they have the literal $1 million arm in the circle in Nyjah Kennedy.
My goodness, what she has done on this stage, not just this season, but she's got history, right? Competing here. Was here last year with Stanford, and boy, what a leader she's been for this group, not only in the circle, but at the plate too. Leads this squad with 11 home runs.
Kennedy is probably the best pitcher in the country, but Texas has a pretty good arm of their own in Tegan Cavan. And, Aaron, it's interesting. She went through some ups and downs toward the end of the regular season, but she has taken it to a different level here in Oklahoma City.
You know, interesting, just getting a chance to chat with her, the evolution with her experience here last season all the way until now. She feels really confident in the drop ball, and I think that that's a card that she'll have to play against Texas Tech, not forgetting that she has faced this team early in the year, back in early February, and performed really well, dominated this offense. So I think right now she's in the driver's seat in the circle.
Tegan Cavan has not given up an earned run yet here at the Women's College World Series. She's been here before. You mentioned so is Nyjah Kennedy playing with Stanford. She's the only member, though, at Texas Tech, really, that has been on this stage. Texas has been in the championship series in now 3 of the last 4 years. Does that experience, in your mind, give them any sort of edge?
You know, I think there's 2 ways you can look at this. One is the experience of Texas. You really cannot trump experience. But also the fact that they played for a title in this 3-game series in 2022 and 2024. Might they be pressing? The fact that it's been in the palm of their hands. But right now for Texas Tech, full freedom. They have absolutely nothing to lose. Never been here before.
Game 1 of the Best-of-3 Championship Series coming up. Texas against Texas Tech. When we return, we'll hear from the head coach of the Longhorns, Mike White. You're listening to the Women's College World Series on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
With Marriott Bonvoy, take your game day rituals on the road. No matter how you show your team spirit, find a stay for your style when you explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences. Marriott Bonvoy has a brand for every kind of fan. Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Explore more at marriottbonvoy.com/NCAA.
So we ask, why call them stands if you're going to sit in them? Yes, you in the back.
Professor, it's NCAA championship season. We'll be in the stands, but are we ready?
You prepared to bring it? Wear your colors loud? Yell, shuffle, shake? Oh, you're ready. The NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
At Straight Talk, we are all about no-brainers. Calling grandma for her recipe, no-brainer. Streaming one more episode at 2 a.m., big no-brainer. Getting real unlimited data where you buy bananas, the ultimate no-brainer. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2025 with select plans. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 7/2025. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store activation of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com/terms. Copyright 2025 Verizon.
The DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Baskets have more flavor than your taste buds know what to do with. We start with all white meat, breaded, seasoned, and fried to crunchy perfection. Next, we double down and toss them in honey barbecue or new buffalo sauce. Serve them up with DQ fries, Texas toast, and house-made Hidden Valley Ranch, and you've got flavor on flavor on flavor. Get the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket in honey barbecue or new buffalo right now at DQ. Happy tastes good. Participation may vary.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City. It's game one of the championship series tonight between the Texas Longhorns and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Pleased to be joined by Texas head coach Mike White. Coach, congratulations on being back on this stage. Third time in 4 years your team has had a chance to play for the national championship. How will the past experience being in this series, do you think, help this club as you chase your first title?
Yeah, definitely. We have 16 players coming back from last year and a few from the first year we were there in 22. So, it's one of the questions I asked the team was, what would you tell your former self or about being in this position right now? And that's something we're going to reflect on and hopefully use that experience and calm down. Everybody wants to play astounding in this position, but you got to just go do the things that you're made to do. Yeah,
you have had a team that has been a complete team all year. Excellent pitching, obviously can score a ton of runs. The story here in Oklahoma City seems to be what Tegan Cavan has done for you. How has she been able to maybe even take herself to a different level to help you get back to this point?
Yeah, I think her mentality is really tough right now. She went through a patch there, especially the Oklahoma series, where we got hit around pretty good, and it was a little bit of a struggle after that, but I think that she was figuring out why that was the case, and we've really worked the mentality of it, and I think she's really trusting and relying on her other pitches a little bit more than just the rise ball, and I think that's been a big difference for her.
So she's been pitching great. On the other side, you go in and you know you're going to see one of the best in the business in Nyjah Kennedy. You've seen her before. What's it going to take for your offense to have some success against her?
Well, hopefully a couple of 3 runs. I mean, she doesn't give up many, right? One of the lowest ERAs in the country, and she's not going to give you anything, to hit typically. So we got to work really hard on getting pitches we can handle. We know that she's going to be mostly up in the zone, and now she's got a formidable changeup as well. So it's going to be a battle for us, but we got to be able to put the ball in play. We can't be out there striking out in double digits for sure. Yet we've got to be patiently aggressive. We've got to make sure any pitches that are there in the zone, we've got to be able to attack.
As someone who was a great pitcher yourself, when you watch Kennedy, what sets her apart, and not just a really good pitcher, but a great one?
Well, that control factor. I mean, I think she can really dot that rise ball up and into lefties, up and into righties, and up and out to lefties. She really kind of owns that quadrant and does a really good job with it. The velocity, 73 up is difficult to control or get a piece of, and then of course the changeup is now the big thing that she's brought into her game.
Visiting with Texas head coach Mike White. Beyond Nyjah, what concerns you about Texas Tech? What makes them a formidable opponent for you playing for the title?
Yeah, they have a lot of confidence right now, and this game is about confidence. We do have an experience factor of having been here before. Will that come into play? We don't know. So hopefully that's where we need to put pressure on them. But they have a lot of speed. They have some power in the lineup. And like I said, they're really confident.
You told us going in that this is the time of year your best players have to play their best if you're going to win a national championship. I wanted to ask you about Reese Atwood. She's been such a huge part of your team, not just this year, the past couple of years. What have you seen from her so far in this series? What do you need from her over these next couple of games?
Yeah, I think she's pressing a little bit right now. I don't know if she's average looking or not. Hopefully not. But just her demeanor off the field has been great. She's still very confident, very outgoing. She's not sullen or sulking or feeling like she's letting the team down. So, I think that she's got to have the mentality of, even though we haven't got a hit yet, that we're that much closer to getting a hit, because I don't think she's going to go for the tournament. So we know that she's going to come through in a big situation for us.
All right, we joked about it the other day. You seem to love to lose game one and then battle back. But now in the championship series, how important do you think it is to win game one?
Oh, it's very important. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think game two's it's kind of like the one that makes a big difference in it for confidence. And momentum. I think it's like a momentum game, but game one, I think you guys have probably got the stats on those, on who wins the series, but definitely love to be out in front after winning game one.
All right, Coach. Certainly appreciate a few minutes. Thanks very much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Hookem.
That's Texas head coach Mike White. When we return, Aaron Miller visits with Jerry Glasgow, Texas Tech head coach from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the Women's College World Series.
This message is from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Are you seeking to honor those who've served and sacrificed for their country? Visit the Veterans Legacy Memorial. This digital platform, run by VA's National Cemetery Administration, is dedicated to the memory of more than 4.8 million veterans interred at VA's national cemeteries, VA's grant-funded tribal, state, and territory cemeteries, and 2 U.S. National Park Service cemeteries. The memorial's interactive features allow people to remember veterans by posting tributes and comments, uploading images, and sharing a veteran's military timeline, achievements, biographical information, historical documents, and more. Over 45,000 submissions have been made to the existing profile pages since the site was launched. That's the Veterans Legacy Memorial.
My name is Latoya Adams. I served in the Army. Being with Paralyzed Veterans of America, they have showed me so much is possible.
I'm Sean Castle, served in the United States Army. I went from laying in a hospital bed dying to being a professional wheelchair basketball player. And it started with that one moment where there's life. I am unstoppable because Paralyzed Veterans of America is by my side.
We
are
unstoppable.
Learn more at pva.org.
Welcome back to Devon Park in Oklahoma City as we get set for Game 1 of the championship series tonight between the Texas Longhorns and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Before we do anything else, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Ryan Radke, Aaron Miller back with you here in Oklahoma City. We have heard from Texas head coach Mike White. Time to hear from the Texas Tech head man standing by with Aaron Miller.
Thanks, Ryan. Here with head coach Jerry Glasgow. Coach, you've been in the game for a long time. You've had a lot of success on a lot of different fields and large moments of your career, but this year has been one of the most historic, especially for Texas Tech and you as a head coach. What has this moment felt like for you?
It's surreal. It feels like, is this really happening? It's just kind of a dream, you know? You work so hard to get here, and you spend the whole fall planning to get here, which is the same thing I did the last 7 years in Louisiana. I think I'm going to get the World Series every year in Louisiana, seven straight years. I think in the fall we're going to, you have to plan to go to the World Series and you come up short. And I think that really made me appreciate it.
Coach, take us on the inside. What is the message right now in the conversation with this team, and what are you hammering home to chase a national title?
Yeah, keep your eyes open and keep your mind open to how good you really can be. I don't think they realize how good they are. During the regional, I kept calling it like, this is Discovery Friday. You're going to discover you're better than you thought you were. You're going to discover you're better than you realized you were. And then Super Regional, I switched it, and I'd say, this is Discovery for Softball America. Like the softball community in America is going to discover how good Texas Tech is. You realized it last weekend. You found out last weekend, but I'm trying to instill confidence in them and say it like you already know it now, but the world doesn't know it. But in reality, I think that we're learning, even myself as a coach, like they're surprising me a little bit here. the way they're handling this easier than what I expect them to. And nothing's really easy at the World Series, but when you look at what they've done here, it's been pretty good. And I just want them to keep growing. I don't want them to set a limit because I think we can reach a higher level against Texas than we played all season, and we may need to in order to win that series.
Yeah, here with head coach Jerry Glasgow, beyond what we see tangibly from Nyjah in the circle, I think it's easy to break down her speed and her movement and her location. What do you see from a coach's perspective that makes Nyjah so dominant?
I think it's her personality in the circle is also really good. You know, you talk to your young pitchers all the time about body language and how important their body language is. I think she is a pitcher that you could study, and you would just, she just emulates confidence, and she always keeps her emotions in check. You don't see her get rattled. She's a really good presence in the circle, and I think that is the final piece of the puzzle. She's got speed, she's got movement, she's got location, she's got a change up, and she has tremendous presence.
You are one of the phenomenal hitting minds in our game. That's no question. You love hitting, and there's no links that you won't go to in order for this team to be successful. What are you seeing from your offense that's going to have to show up to be successful, specifically against Tegan Cavan?
Yeah, if you go back to the first Friday night, she struck out 17, I think, or maybe 19. It was, I think, the highest number of strikeouts I've ever had in my coaching career. And so we made some adjustments, and on Sunday we were much better against her. But, scary. We haven't seen her in a while. I think that my players will be all ears, but I think it shows how good she can be when she's on. And it's going to be interesting to see how we do handle her. And this isn't the most talented offensive team I've ever had by no means. It's actually one of the, it's a team that has to work really hard for everything they get. And I think it's very critical, but we're not a World Series powerhouse. We're at the average, or maybe even, below a little bit below average, but our defense is so good and our pitching is so good we're able to win. And we know who we are. We know we're not going to win these games 10-7. We're not going to try to go out and score 10, we win. But this team, for us to win, we need to play flawless defense, not make errors, keep the score low, and then just grit out one more run than the opponent.
Head coach Jerry Glasgow for the Red Raiders. Been a historical year so far. Looking forward to see you fight for a national championship.
Thank you.
All right, Aaron, thanks very much. We are closing in on first pitch here tonight at OKC. When we come back, we'll get it underway. Game 1 between Texas Tech and Texas. You're listening to the Women's College World Series on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. 'Cause I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Do you love the game of golf? Do you live it, breathe it, stay up all night thinking about it? As a PGA of America golf professional, you can turn your love of golf into a career. Whether you're passionate about helping others improve their game, putting innovations to work that drive the sport forward, or promoting a more equitable and inclusive golf community, earning a PGA of America membership can get you there. Join the more than 30,000 PGA of America golf professionals who love and lead the game of golf. Visit PGA.com/workingolf to turn your passion into a profession.
Back in Oklahoma City, Game 1 between Texas Tech and Texas. Let's check the starting lineup, sponsored by Wrangler. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles to kickstart your day. Wrangler, for the ride of life. First for Texas Tech, they are the visitors for Game 1. You just heard from their head coach, Jerry Glasgow. His lineup looks like this. Maya Davis will lead off in center field. She scored the game-winning run against Oklahoma here on Monday night. Haley Toney is the shortstop, hitting second. Lauren Allred had the sacrifice fly to knock out the Sooners. She's at first base, hitting third. Nyjah Kennedy is in the circle, and she'll bat cleanup. Alexa Langoliers, the second baseman, will bat fifth. Alana Johnson is in right field, hitting sixth. Demi Elder, one of the lone seniors on this roster, is in left field, hitting seventh. Victoria Valdez will catch and bat eighth. And hitting ninth, it is the third baseman, Bailey Lindemuth. In the circle, Nyjah Kennedy, the right-hander, is 33-5, a nation's best ERA, 0.90. So again for the Red Raiders, Davis in center, Tony at short, Allred at first. Kennedy is in the circle, Langoliers at second, Johnson in right, Elder is in left, Valdez behind the plate, and Lindemuth is at third. For Mike White and the Texas Longhorns, Ashton Maloney will lead off. She is in right field. Caden Henry is the center fielder, hitting second. Mia Scott, the All-American, at third base, will bat third. Reese Atwood, still looking for her first hit of this Women's College World Series, is behind the plate, and she'll bat cleanup. Jolie Mitchell has hit 3 home runs here in OKC. She's at first base, hitting fifth. Katie Stewart is the left fielder, batting sixth. Leanne Good will play shortstop and bat seventh. Victoria Hunter starts as the DP, hitting eighth, and batting ninth, it is the second baseman, Katie Bennett. So again, it's Maloney in right, Henry in center, Scott at third, Atwood behind the plate, Mitchell is at first, Stewart in left, Good is the shortstop, Hunter is the DP with Bennett at second base. The right-hander Tegan Cavan is in the circle for Texas. Cavan 26-5 with a 2.33 ERA, 192 and a third innings pitched, 159 hits, 77 runs, 64 earned. She has walked 53, struck out 224, and opponents are batting .217 against her. Cavan started against Texas Tech back on February the 14th. It was an extra inning game. Cavan went all 9. She struck out 18 in that contest. Alexa Langoliers of Texas Tech faced Cavan and talks about the adjustments the Red Raiders will need to make tonight.
She went hard up a lot that game, and I think just being able to make an adjustment faster of getting on top of that ball will force her to throw more of that drop ball that she has and the off speed. And I think if we can make her a little bit more uncomfortable this time around, we'll be more successful.
And what do you think about what Alexa Langoliers has to say about the adjustments against Cavan? Clearly, it's still sticking in the craw of Jerry Glasgow. 18 strikeouts back in February, Aaron.
I think the difference is that Cavan looks different in the circle. At that point in the year, she hammered hard up and in on the hands with the rise, but she has really evolved since that pitch and now is hammering low at the knees with that hard drop ball. That's been her favorite pitch to go to this postseason.
All right, time for tonight's first pitch, sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance protects small businesses with affordable care options. Get a quote today at progressivecommercial.com. Tegan Cavan ready to go to work. Maya Davis steps in. Game 1, best of 3 championship series. We are going to have a first-time national champ here in 2025. Both these teams have cruised through the bracket undefeated. Texas beat Florida, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. Texas Tech with wins against Ole Miss, UCLA, and Oklahoma, knocking the Sooners out on Monday and ending the Sooner reign at 4 straight national titles. Maya Davis sitting at 376, 5 home runs and 26 RBIs. Left-handed batter stands in. Cavan, the right-hander, ready to go to work. And the first pitch is on the way, and it's hit fair inside the third base bag and down the left field line. Stewart over to get it. She'll throw it back in, and Maya Davis opens things up with a base hit.
Wow. If that's not sending a message, just from aggressiveness, right? At the top of this order, Maya Davis, 26 stolen bases on the year, already applying pressure. 1 pitch and already 1 hit on the board.
But Maya Davis had been ice cold here at the Women's College World Series, but had a single to start the bottom of the 7th against Oklahoma, and now a single to start things tonight. Here's Haley Toney, who takes the first pitch upstairs. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Toney hitting at 323, 7 home runs, 33 RBIs. Has started every game this year for Texas Tech at shortstop in her freshman season. 1 ball and no strikes. Cavan delivers, and the pitch is off speed. It finds the outside corner for a called strike.
Not a huge leadoff at first base from Maya Davis. It's pretty relaxed over there. You're not seeing a head tucked down, arms in motion, really not putting a ton of pressure on Reese Atwood behind the plate.
Here's the windup by Cavan and the 1-1. Swung on, popped up foul back and out of play. And the count 1-2. We got underway at 7:08 tonight in the Central Time Zone. 72 degrees. It has been a cool day here in Oklahoma City. Cloudy, no rain. We did have significant rain here last night, including a tornado warning. Fortunately, that has all blown through, at least for the time being. Here's the 1-2 pitch coming to Toney. Off speed, swung on, fouled off the glove of Cavan, back to the backstop. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Defensively for Texas tonight, Stewart in left, Henry in center, Maloney is in right. Scott at third, Good at short, Bennett at second, Mitchell at first, and Reese Atwood behind the plates. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count to Haley Toney. Kavan ready and deals. Swinging a hard ground ball on the right side. Into right field, base hit. Davis streaking around second, headed for third. The throw in is cut off, and Texas Tech has runners at the corners with nobody out. Haley Toney follows Maya Davis with a base hit, and the Red Raiders with a threat right off the bat.
And this was a clear choice and a clear game plan from Texas Tech, was to be aggressive early, swing at pitches in the zone early. That last pitch that Haley Toney puts a barrel on, that was up on her shoulders. That is a rise ball out of the textbook strike zone, and Haley Toney pounding that ball into the ground past Bennett, deep in that 3-4 hole.
Well, this looks like the 7th inning on Monday night, where Maya Davis lit up with a base hit. Toney followed it was a double in that game on Monday, but back-to-back hits. And if you wonder why Texas Tech has been successful this year, and yes, Nyjah Kennedy is the main reason, but this has been a good offensive team. They've struggled somewhat here at the World Series, but maybe that 7th inning the other night sparked them a little bit.
You got to take any momentum you can get a hold of, and right now this has been a fairly mild Texas Tech offense all tournament long, and if you're going to choose a time to turn it on, it'd be this stage.
That'll bring up Lauren Allred, the first baseman. 368 hitter, 9 homers, 54 RBIs. And Kavan's first pitch to her is taken outside. And the count 1-0. Steve Gould is our home plate umpire tonight. Cameron Ellison at first. Chelsea Clark at second. John Baca is at third. 1-0 to Allred. Had the game-winning sacrifice fly on Monday against Oklahoma. Here comes the windup by Kavan and the pitch. And Allred takes just a little bit inside. And the count now 2 balls and no strikes. Allred, a sophomore from Texarkana, Texas. Transferred in from Louisiana following her head coach Jerry Glasgow. Second team all Big 12 pick this year. Ahead of the count 2-0 as Kavan rocks and fires. And the pitch is swung on. That one, is that catcher's interference? Atwood's glove went flying. It is. It's catcher's interference. Allred goes to first and the bases are loaded.
I'm going to tell you, this is urgency. When you have runners on the base paths that are applying pressure to Reese Atwood behind the plate, you can see that sense of urgency. She's trying to stick the glove to the ball quicker so that she can create transfer into the hand, and already a little bit of pressure here for Texas. That is uncharacteristic for Reese Atwood behind the plate.
So catcher's interference. It's scored as an E2 on Atwood. Her 4th error of the year. The Red Raiders have the bases loaded with nobody out, and here is Nyjah Kennedy with a chance to help herself. Now, you might remember on Monday night, Kennedy came up in that game in the 5th inning with a couple of runners on base. She wrapped into a 6-4-3 double play. Here she is with the bases loaded and nobody out, facing her counterpart Kavan. Kennedy leads the team in home runs with 11. She's got 34 RBIs. Here's the windup and Kavan's pitch. Kennedy swings and misses a mighty hack at a 71-mile-an-hour pitch that was up. And the count, no balls and 1 strike.
We're seeing Texas Tech take hacks early and often. They know that the best pitches that they're going to see is early in the count.
Kavan ready to go again. Here's the 0-1. Kennedy takes a little bit above the belt at 70 miles an hour. And the count now 1 ball and 1 strike.
Virtually the same location, except that one called a ball. Now a huge hitter's count, a 1-1 to Nyjah Kennedy, home run leader on this starting 9.
Kennedy stands near the back of the right-hand batter's box, feet close together. The 1-1 from Kavan, swinging a ground ball to third. Scott has it, fires to the plate, out there, relay to first, in time, double play. 5-2-3, Mia Scott home to Reese Atwood, down to first to Jolie Mitchell, and a huge twin killing for the Horns.
The second double play that Nyjah Kennedy has hit into in the last 2 games. You got to know that you're going to get pitched up and in. That is Kavan's MO, is that rise ball right on the hands, and it sets up for the perfect rollover ground ball to Mia Scott at third base.
So Toney goes to third, Allred goes to second. 2 outs now. Here is Langoliers hitting at 317, and the pitch to her is popped up foul behind the plate for strike 1. Boy, and Aaron, a ground ball almost anywhere else. Maybe it's still a double play, but at least it would mean a run With that ball hit right to Mia Scott, they were able to get the out at the plate and turn 2.
Again, that is just high IQ ball, is knowing what the approach is there from Tegan Kavan in this defense. They are begging you to hit into a ground ball double play.
A 1 pitch to Langoliers, checks her swing, rolls it back to the circle. Kavan's got it, throws to first in time for the out. And Tegan Kavan and Texas dodge a major bullet here in the top of the first inning. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 very big runners left on base. Through half an inning, it's Texas Tech nothing. Texas coming up from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the Women's College World Series.
As an organ donor, your story doesn't have to end. The good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives with your gifts. Your heart could keep beating. Your kidneys could keep filtering. And your intestines could keep on digesting for others. And that's not all. You can improve the lives of 50 more people as an eye and tissue donor, restoring sight and health. And you're not just helping out the person receiving the transplant. You're touching whole families with your life-saving gift. Register in minutes. Just go to organdonor.gov. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will be happy too. Sign up today. Go to organdonor.gov. It saves lives. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
For more than 75 years, the VA Home Loan Benefit has helped millions of eligible veterans and service members achieve their piece of the American dream, a home for their families. Did you know that you could purchase a home or refinance your current home loan with your VA Home Loan Benefit? VA home loans have lower closing costs and generally enjoy lower interest rates than other borrowers. The VA Home Loan may save you thousands of dollars on your mortgage. For more information, visit www.va.gov or talk to a lender of your choice. Choose VA.
Along with a 2016 Big 12 Player of the Year, Aaron Miller, I'm Ryan Radke here in Oklahoma City. You're listening to the Women's College World Series on Westwood One, presented by Marriott. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. Texas Tech misses a chance in the top of the first inning. They load the bases with nobody out but do not score. Now Texas coming up against the right-hander Nyjah Kennedy. 33-5, 0.90 ERA. 226 innings pitched, 118 hits allowed, 40 runs, 29 earned. She has walked just 44, struck out 304, and opponents are batting 153 against her. Kennedy had a chance to help herself, wraps into a double play, and Texas Tech gets nothing out of that top of the first.
I'm going to circle that inning, that half inning on my scorecard, because I feel like that may come back to bite Texas Tech. I mean, 2 hits, and they get an error. That was a lot awarded to them that they were not able to cash in.
Here's Ashton Maloney to lead off, and Kennedy's first pitch to her is swung on, hit on the ground to short, taken by Tony, fires the first in time for the out. That ball hit hard, 1 step to Tony's right, but the freshman handled it beautifully, throws out Maloney. 1 pitch, 1 out, Caden Henry coming up.
Both of these squads, first pitch they see. There is so much aggressiveness from both of these teams right now at the plate. Knowing the arms that they're going to face, it's a lot of power in the circle.
That'll bring up Henry, 406 batter, and Kennedy's first pitch to her is in there at the knees for a called strike, 0-1. Defensively for Texas Tech, Elder is in left, Davis in center, Johnson in right. Lindemuth at third, you just met Tony at shortstop. Langoliers at second, Allred at first. Valdez behind the plate, and the 0-1 is swung on, looped down the left field line. Elder on the run, but won't get there. Hits off the sidewall in foul territory down the line. And the count 0-2 to Caden Henry. 1 for 3 in the game against Tennessee on Monday. Had a home run in that game against Oklahoma, part of a 2-hit game. 0-2 the count. And now the pitch from Kennedy down low outside. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, both these teams overcame the 4-time champs to get here. Texas, who had not been able to beat Oklahoma, not just at the World Series, but in the state of Oklahoma, finally knocked off the Sooners. Here's the 1-2, foul back underneath us. And then Texas Tech, whose history against Oklahoma was just brutal. 7-68 all-time against the Sooners. and the last 4 years had been outscored 139-3.
Nyjah Kennedy got a good chuckle out of that stat.
She loved it. She's like, I wasn't here for it, so I'm good with it. 1-2 pitch is high and outside. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes, but they beat Oklahoma 3-2 in what really was an impressive win, Aaron. After Abby Dayton hits the home run with 2 strikes in the 7th inning to tie the game, this place going nuts. 2-2 pitch. Off speed, strike 3 called. Henry is caught looking. She thought it was up. She's shaking her head no as she goes back to the dugout. Kennedy has her first strikeout of the night. And with 2 down, that'll bring up the third baseman, Mia Scott.
Henry not happy about that call, even looks back to the umpire just to maybe share some expression. That ball was up at the letters. It's a rise ball, really well placed at the top of the strike zone.
Here's Scott. And the first pitch to her. Off the plate outside, ball 1. Anyway, just to put a bow on the game the other night, we've seen it so many times there, and when Oklahoma has a big play, this stadium gets rocked and the other team can just wilt. Texas Tech instead came right back and walked it off in the bottom of the 7th as they 1-0 to Scott is outside, 2-0.
I mean, that was something that Jerry Glasgow was really honest to us about. He said, I am prioritizing honesty on this stage, and I came back to my team and said, if we're going to win it, we're going to have to do it right now in the bottom of the 7th inning. We cannot waste time.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back by Scott, and the count 2-1. Yeah, he really felt like if that game had gone another couple of innings, Oklahoma was going to find a way to win. And if that happened, then Glasgow was really facing a dilemma in that could he come back with Kennedy. 2-1 off speed in there for a called strike. And the count 2-2. We thought he would, but he told us the other day he was leaning against not starting Nyjah Kennedy had there been a game 2.
Well, that was shocking to you and I both, right? If Oklahoma was able to secure that first game, they would not have faced Kennedy in the circle in game 2.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. Mia Scott K's back-to-back strikeouts for Nyjah Kennedy, now with 306 on the season, and she retires the Longhorns in order. Nothing across for Texas here in the home first. We'll go to the second. It's a 0-0 game. You're listening to the Women's College World Series on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
With Marriott Bonvoy, take your game day rituals on the road. No matter how you show your team spirit, find a stay for your style when you explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences. Marriott Bonvoy has a brand for every kind of fan. Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Explore more at marriottbonvoy.com/NCAA.
At Straight Talk, we are all about no-brainers. Calling Grandma for her recipe? No-brainer. Streaming one more episode at 2 a.m.? Big no-brainer. Getting real unlimited data where you buy bananas? The ultimate no-brainer. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2025 with select plans. Straight Talk. Real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 7/2025. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store activation of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management and practices, visit straighttalk.com/terms. Copyright 2025 Verizon.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Limited tickets are available for the 2025 NCAA Women's College World Series Finals games. Visit ncaa.com/WCWS to secure your seats today. One inning in the books, 0-0. If 0-0 can be different, it is in this way. Texas Tech, bases loaded, nobody out, did not score. Meanwhile, Texas goes down in order very quietly against Nyjah Kennedy.
And they've already put 2 hits up on Tegan Kavan. They struggled at 18 Ks against this team back in February. That was a head coach high for Jerry Glasgow. Said, I've never seen that many strikeouts under my belt, and we had to make some serious changes if we were going to make a run at this against Tegan Kavan, and they have. They have early.
Well, 4 of those 18 strikeouts came courtesy of Alana Johnson, who is going to lead off here against Kavan in the second inning. Johnson batting .318 for the year. 9 home runs, 45 RBIs. She was 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored, and a walk against Oklahoma on Monday. The Washington transfer steps into the right-handed batter's box. Kavan winds and deals, and the first pitch is taken low. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. Johnson, a junior from Summit, Mississippi. Been hot in her last 29 games. She's gone 26 for 68. Here's the 1-0 pitch to her, swinging a bouncer at foul wide of third. And it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. And Texas is putting the infield shift on against Alana Johnson. Just before that last pitch, they moved Katie Bennett, the second baseman, over to the left side of the infield. So 3 infielders on the left. Only Jolie Mitchell, the first baseman, is on the right side. And Jerry Glasgow wants to talk with Alana Johnson.
This doesn't shock me. I mean, we've seen her pull side all tournament. Even last night, she's had a double, had a walk. There was a 10-pitch at-bat that she had where she was consistently pulling balls, ripping balls down the third base side. So right now, Texas playing the odds defensively and trying to give them the best shot to get this bat out. This has been one of the hottest players for Texas Tech. They are 13-0 when Alana Johnson has a multi-hit game.
Prior to this last month, Johnson was only hitting in the mid-250s. She was at 253, but her average all the way up to 318 with this hot stretch she has been on. Here's Kavan's 1-1 pitch to her, and Johnson takes a little bit low. And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. It'll be Alana Johnson, Demi Elder, Victoria Valdez here in the second. Tegan Kavan trying to settle in after walking the tightrope in that top of the first inning. Here's the windup by Kavan and the pitch. Swung on, bounce foul third base side. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'll tell you, too, if I'm Alana Johnson and I'm seeing the shift defensively, to me, that's information that I have in the box. There's no way that you're going to see a ball on the outside of the plate. You know that Tegan Kavan is going to hammer the inside part of the strike zone. I'm thankful for the information.
2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Johnson waits, open stance, swings and fouls one back onto the screen behind home plate. So if you're Johnson, you have that information. What do you do in the batter's box?
To me, I may be scooting back and away from the plate late in the strike zone, giving myself the best chance to react to the inside rise ball. But even on that foul pitch, I mean, that was up and under her armpit. That ball was hot. This is an arm in Tegan Kavan that can throw mid-70s. So up and in on the hand, that's going to feel like 80 miles an hour.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the windup by Kavan, the pitch. Swung on, bouncing ball left side. Cut off by the third baseman, Scott. Moving to her left, and she throws to first for the out. So Alana Johnson is retired 5-3. 1 gone here in the second inning. And the left fielder, Demi Elder, coming up. The Women's College World Series is on Westwood One and your Alexa. Hear every single pitch by asking your device to open Westwood One Sports. Just say open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Here's Demi Elder, a .341 batter. 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, and she takes the first pitch just off the inside corner. Man, was that close. 1 ball to no strikes. The count to Elder, the senior from League City, Texas. She is one of just 2 seniors on this roster, the only player who has been on the roster for more than 2 years. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit high in the air to left. Katie Stewart into foul territory with room on the warning track will make the catch. Elder is retired on the foul fly, 2 away. And that'll bring up the catcher, Victoria Valdez. Valdez batting .236. Transfer from Louisiana, couple of home runs, 28 RBIs. Last year, she had .293 with 9 homers at Louisiana, but has seen the numbers go down a little bit with increased competition. Here's Kavan's first pitch. Valdez swings and fouls it back. The count is 0-1.
You don't see this often, but Valdez actually hitting better off lefty pitching than off righty arms this season. .296 against lefties, just shy of .200 against right-handed arms.
Well, Estelle Check is gone, so she's not going to see any lefties for Texas. The 0-1 swung on, bounced to third, taken on 1 hop by Scott. She throws to first for the out, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We played 1.5. Texas Tech and Texas, 0-0. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the Women's College World Series.
LaShawna spent more than 5 years in foster care.
I was getting older. I didn't think I'd be adopted.
But with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, LaShawna now has a forever family and the foundation for a bright future.
When I was adopted, it was like, wow, this is permanent.
You can help find permanent homes for children still lingering in foster care. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Tom and Levi.
Tom is the smartest man I know. He's been a professor at 2 major universities, been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, he told me that he was having problems in his classes. I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. And he was telling them that he was doing it as a favor to them, but I think in reality, he just wanted to get out of there. I was really starting to worry because I saw something was wrong.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me, and my love for him was just immense.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to our Grainger broadcast booth in Oklahoma City, along with two-time Women's College World Series champ Erin Miller. I'm Ryan Radke. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers professional-grade supplies and solutions made for every industry and backed by product experts. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 0-0 game, last of the second, an All-American matchup to start things here in the bottom of the second inning. Reese Atwood, two-time All-American, leading off against the two-time All-American Nyjah Kennedy for Texas Tech. Atwood's season number is still outstanding. .398 average, 21 home runs, tied for the nation's lead with 86 RBIs, but she has yet to get a hit here at the Women's College World Series.
You know what happens? We see some of the greats step on this stage, and it's just a little bit more tense. They pressure a little bit more, but you can't knock the fact that this young woman has a lot of power. I mean, she has been a leader. She's in the heart of this order, sitting in their 4-hole. Reese Atwood's one of the best to do it for Texas.
First pitch on the way. Atwood takes off the inside corner. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. Atwood struggled here last year. She went just 3 for 12. So she is now 3 for 20 in her Women's College World Series career. Here comes the windup and the 1-0. Atwood takes a changeup inside. And the count 2 balls and no strikes.
That changeup just missed on the inner corner. We talked at lengths with Jerry Glasgow about that changeup and positioning that changeup. That was the pitch she gave up the bomb to Abby Dayton yesterday against Oklahoma.
Atwood takes a strike. 69-mile-an-hour offering from Kennedy. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Says that pitch has to stay low. That changeup was hung high against Abby Dayton. That was the home run that tied the game for OU. And that one missed just inside against Reese Atwood. We've got some fans chirping about the strike zone here.
Yeah, Texas is not real pleased with Steve Gould, the home plate umpire, right now. He's not going to be getting many Christmas cards from Austin. 2-1 pitch on the way. Off speed in there for a called strike. And the count 2-2. Caden Henry was upset about strike 3 on an off-speed pitch that was up above the belt to her in the first inning. And the Texas fans did not like that 2-0 strike to Atwood. Now 2-2 the pitch. Swung on, line drive, center field. It's going to hang up, though, and Maya Davis is right there to make the catch. Well, that's the way it's going for Reese Atwood right now. She finally makes solid contact, but it's a line drive right at Davis. 1 out, Jolie Mitchell coming up.
Yeah, solid contact for Reese Atwood. It feels like it's just a matter of time before the air comes out of the pressure valve there. That one just absolutely lined, frozen rope to Davis in center.
Jolie Mitchell, 17 home runs. 3 have come here at the World Series. And the first pitch, she swings, pops it up. Third base side, foul territory. Lindemuth, the freshman, ranging back and makes it over the shoulder catch. 1 pitch to retire Jolie Mitchell. 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Katie Stewart will bat next. Stewart hitting .379. 17 home runs, 78 RBIs. Couple of home runs here in Oklahoma City, including one against Tennessee on Monday. That 2-0 win for Texas to send them here to the championship series. Here's the windup by Kennedy in the pitch. Swing and a miss by Stewart. Cut through that one at 70 miles an hour. And the count is 0-1. Well, Texas is very familiar with facing Nyjah Kennedy. Not only did they face her earlier this year in Austin, They saw her twice when she was with Stanford here at the Women's College World Series last year. 0-1 to Stewart, bounces up there. And the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. In fact, Nyjah Kennedy has lost each of her last 3 starts against Texas. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul back by Stewart. And the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now keep in mind, Nyjah Kennedy has only lost 15 games in her career. 3 of those losses have come against Texas. 2 of them last year here in Oklahoma City, and the extra inning loss earlier this year. The only time Kennedy has beaten the Longhorns, February 24th of last year, a game in Austin that she pitched for Stanford. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Stewart takes high, wanted to pull the trigger, but laid off. It misses up, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, Katie Stewart took Nyjah Kennedy yard last Women's College World Series, a 3-run shot.
Here's the windup, and the 2-2 pitch coming to Stewart. Low inside, and that hit her. That grazed Katie Stewart going by. So Stewart, hit by a pitch, will jog down to first base, and that is how the Longhorns get their first base runner. So there will be no perfect game for Nyjah Kennedy tonight. She'll face Leanne Good now with a runner at first base and 2 outs. Good hitting at .295, and Kennedy delivers. Leanne Good swings and lines one right back to the circle. It's caught by Kennedy for the out. A soft line drive, and Kennedy reaching out to her left made the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We played 2, no score between Texas and Texas Tech. You're listening to the Women's College World Series on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
So we ask, why call them stands if you're going to sit in them? Yes, you in the back.
Professor, it's NCAA championship season. We'll be in the stands, but are we ready?
You prepared to bring it? Wear your colors loud? Yell, shuffle, shake? Oh, you're ready. The NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything! The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu!
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
A reminder to join us again later this month for complete play-by-play action of the 2025 Men's College World Series. We'll have every pitch, every hit, every run, and every out live from Omaha beginning Friday, June 13th on many of these same Westwood One stations. You can also hear the College World Series broadcast on Alexa-enabled devices via the Varsity Network app, the NCAA Men's College World Series app, the Westwood One Sports app, or online at our website, westwoodonesports.com. 0-0 game, top of the 3rd inning. Bailey Lindemuth will lead off against Tegan Cavan. Lindemuth hitting at .316, 5 home runs, 31 RBIs. Game number 66 for Texas Tech on the season. Lindemuth has started all of them. This is her 64th start tonight at third base. She had a couple of starts in the pitching circle. And she has been hot coming down the stretch last 33 games. She's hitting .345. So a right-handed batter in there against the right-handed throwing Cavan. Rocky first inning with 2 singles and an error, but she got a couple of ground outs, including a double play ball from Nyjah Kennedy to escape unscathed. And then retired the side in order in the 2nd inning. So Lindemuth, Davis, and Tony, 9-1-2 coming up here against Cavan. Tegan standing back behind the pitching slab, just waiting the ready for play signal that she has now. Lindemuth steps in with an open stance. And here is Kavan's first pitch of the third inning, and it misses low and inside, ball one.
We got to break down a little bit of hitting with Demi Elder as well as Nyjah Kennedy, and the fact that this team has bought in completely, per Jerry Glasgow, into using pitching machines. They do not even own tees as a program.
1-0 pitch, swinging a ground ball, hit softly to short. Gobbled up there by Good, who sidearms a throw to first, in time to retire Lindemuth. And with one down, that'll bring up Maya Davis. Yeah, you asked them, do you guys have tees? And Kennedy and Elder both kind of looked at each other and went, I think maybe I saw some at one point, but we never use them.
Way back in the equipment shed, maybe? Who knows? But that is the philosophy of Jerry Glasgow. They are completely bought into the three-wheel pitching machine, and there is nothing they can't recreate to prepare for.
Here's Maya Davis, base hit her first time up. She swings and lifts one foul back and out of play.
I can tell you, I've hit off one of those machines. They're wicked. They're nasty. It is almost impossible to barrel it up off of that machine, and if this team can barrel up that machine, there's no arm that they can't face with some success.
I asked the players yesterday if Coach Glasgow liked them more or the pitching machines more, and they said, without a doubt, the pitching machines.
Well, those pitching machines have traveled over 3,000 miles this season, so.
They are his babies. Davis down a strike, waiting on Kavan's 0-1 delivery, and here it comes, off speed and high. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Maya Davis, after going hitless here at the Women's College World Series, hits in her last 2 at-bats. You have to think, Aaron, if Texas Tech is going to win this series, they're going to need Maya Davis on base.
Well, she started a little bit of a rally there back in the first. Texas Tech unable to capitalize.
1-1, swung on, popped up foul behind the plate. It's 1-2.
They had bases loaded, no outs. Nyjah Kennedy rolled over into a ground ball to Mia Scott at third base, and that kind of sucked the wind out of the sails for the Red Raiders.
Davis, a junior from Lovelady, Texas.
Got one in Portland, Texas, across the bay from Corpus. I enjoy some Corpus. The Executive Surf Club.
Never been.
The 1-2 pitch. And she whips that one foul up into the left. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, that's just a bar and grill there in Corpus. They have the strikeout cancer night. One of my best friends in the world, Wayne Otto, he decided that he was going to feed the seagulls from his balcony on the hotel, and he had some old pizza. So he started throwing crusts of pizza out the door, out the window. Pitch. It missed upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next thing you know, you had about 200 seagulls flying in the air fighting for these pizza crusts.
Oh, gosh.
And I called World B. That's what he went by, Wayne, World B, the king of the seagulls. He passed away from cancer. The 2-2. Turned on down the right field line, hooking and foul. Good barrel on that one from Davis, who's having a terrific at-bat. It'll stay at 2-2.
Things where if Maya is able to pull it down the right field line, I would anticipate a stand-up triple, honestly, because she has the speed. Right field isn't playing on the line.
There's room down there.
There is.
Kavan's 2-2 pitch. Low. So we got a full count here with 1 out, nobody on. A 0-0 ball game at the top of the third.
I really like that Maya's working this count right now in this at-bat.
3-2 pitch. She fouls another one off.
Very aggressive approach, exactly what you want. I know she's not the leadoff in this inning, but as a leadoff batter, that is what you want. And you want to be successful and you want to get on.
This is the 8th pitch of this at-bat. 34 total for Kavan. The pitch. Ball 4. She lost it upstairs. And the speedy Maya Davis is aboard again. And she's starting to figure it out.
Great at bat. Exactly what you want to do. And now Tony, she has been so fun to watch this series, this whole season. I'm excited to see what she does here. Let's see if we do anything situational to move Maya in scoring position.
All right, Haley Tony. Right against left. Here's the pitch. Kicked up dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. All natural surface from the plate all the way down the lines where it's 200 down the lines. It's 222 straightaway center. Dirt on the track. The only thing that's artificial is foul ground on the lines. The pitch. That's a good one on the inside corner for a strike from Kavan. 0-0 top of the third. The Red Raiders with a runner at first and Davis. And one out.
Let's see with Davis if she tries to do anything. If she steals, hit and run. Let's see.
The pitch. A little roller foul right side. Tony doesn't seem to get spooked on anything. She has just been a rock solid 4 base hits here in Oklahoma City.
She definitely has a calm, cool, and collected demeanor.
Wide open stance from the left side. The 1-2 pitch. He reaches out and fouls it to the on-deck circle on the right side. James is in Tennessee at the Ocoee River. I know I butchered that pronunciation 2 days ago. Thanks for the clarification. Hello to the Galvan family in Cisco, Texas. Huntersville, North Carolina. Any signs of Mahomes or McConaughey? No. Not yet. 1-2 pitch. Oh, great change up, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Kavan's not afraid to mix that changeup in there at any count. And, that was a great pitch. Tony just wasn't prepared for it.
Coach Glasgow going through some signs. Never know when he might send Davis. But Lauren Allred is at the plate. The pitch. Low for ball 1. Allred has been a stalwart right there in this third position, playing first base. You can see her muscles from here. I mean, she is strong at the plate. Red batting gloves. Pitch. Low. Say that again, Nikki. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying that she has a lot of power behind that bat. And so I know sometimes, grand scheme of things, everybody wants a home run, but sometimes you just want to keep it simple, do a job, move the runner, leave it at that.
She hit the catcher's mitt last time up.
Yes, she did.
0-for-0. Got on catcher's interference. This is down the left field line, sinking and foul by about 7 feet. Stewart was coming to try and get it. Nobody going to get to that one. The count is 2-1 to Lauren Allred. She and Tony were left stranded in that tough top of the first. Davis at first base. And the pitch. Right back to the pitcher. Seen a lot of that today as Kavan throws her out at first.
Seems like it's going to be another pitcher's duel.
1-3 to retire Allred for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the third. No score. This is coverage of the championship of the Women's College World Series on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Red Raiders, are you ready for some serious convenience? Look no further than Toot & Totem. Grab your favorite fountain drinks, fresh foods, and snacks right from our drive-thru windows. And introducing Fetch'em by Toot & Totem. Enjoy the ease of pickup or delivery without any delay. Why wait when you can have it all now? Place your order today at tootandtotem.com/Fetch'em. Whether it's a quick snack or a refreshing drink, we've got you covered with our drive-thru and Fetch'em pickup and delivery. Toot & Totem, the official convenience store partner of Texas Tech Athletics. Visit us today and experience the ultimate convenience.
At Covenant Health, you'll find the largest and most trusted integrated team of heart specialists between Dallas and Phoenix. Our unified approach brings together the finest minds in cardiology, ensuring that no matter the heart or vascular challenge, you have the most capable hands in the industry.
Our team working together means your heart care is always coordinated and focused on your well-being.
Because when it's your heart, every moment matters.
Well, we've got both teams out on the lines, and gosh, how many do you think? About 50 cancer survivors in right field in pink shirts?
Yeah, it's truly a beautiful sight.
Gathered in the outfield tonight are just a few.
We'll listen.
Who have faced and beaten cancer. They stand together. They stand together, grouped by years of survivorship, representing hope for people of all ages. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for all of our survivors in attendance tonight. Thank you for your bravery, your spirit, and for inspiring us all.
Pretty touching and a moment of clarity that'll slap you right back into real life when you see all those pink shirts, and they had little markers by signs of how long they have been survivors. So there was one lady that had a 31 plus sign at the end of the line. Then you got your 0 to 2 year survivors and 20 to 30 year survivors, and then the players all had their placards on who they were going to bat for. And of course, we all have been touched in a terrible way, or it maybe ends up with a great story like this. And very cool for the Women's College World Series to just take that moment, take a breath, and honor some really great folks.
At the end of the day, it's bigger than the game, and it is beautiful to get to see everybody here in the stands honoring someone they know, going to bat for someone they know with cancer, as well as the survivors. So again, just a small reminder that it's more than just this game right here and right now.
As you get older, that number just grows and grows and grows. Unfortunately, maybe one of these days it'll end. Stop. All right, bottom of the third coming up, and it's going to be 8-9-1 for Texas. The Red Raiders have had the only threat so far as Nyjah watches the ball get thrown around her and then handed to her by All Red, Tech in the All Black, with white numerals and white Texas Tech across the front of their jersey tops. It's dark sky above us. We've had a little bit of everything. They had storms that come through yesterday that had the Red Raiders taking shelter at the Lively Hotel in the stairwell down there in Oklahoma City proper, as that ball is turned on and hit over the left shoulder by Victoria Hunter. You talk about out in front of one. That's right there. She whipped it up into the stands almost like straight backwards from her. Pitch. Ball to ball from Nyjah. She asked if it was up, and the home plate umpire agrees, yes.
Again, from this angle, it looks like a good spot.
246 is the average, 5 hits, 15 runs batted in for Victoria Hunter. She had a home run against Florida. This ball is on the infield and right at the second baseman. A catch made by Langoliers. She only had to move a few steps in, one away.
At first off the bat, I thought it was going to go a little bit behind second base the way Tony jumped to get that ball, but then as you started seeing it come down, it was right there in front of Langoliers.
I think she got it off the end of the bat. We'll bring up Katie Bennett, the second baseman, left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss from Nyjah Kennedy's underhand gun there. Nyjah's up to 28 pitches, 2 strikeouts. That makes her, in the Women's College World Series, 3 walks, 27 Ks. This is fouled back and left. She struck out Henry and Scott to end the first inning back-to-back. You know, these games are so tight, and I think everybody's on such the same level. It might come down to who makes the biggest mistake.
Exactly. I definitely probably is what it'll come down to.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as she ran forward and didn't have a prayer there. 3 strikeouts for Nyjah, 2 away.
Now batting right
Man, that thing was moving away from the left-handed hitter at a high rate of speed. Back to the top of the order, and Ashton Maloney. She tries the slash and fouls it up into the stands left side.
With Bennett, just watch the replay there. Her shoulder was so far out, and she was reaching for that ball. As a slapper, you want to stay in, keep your shoulder in. You never want to pull off ahead because that's already taking you down the first base line.
There's a poke left side into left field for a base hit. Ashton Maloney dropped the barrel, and she gets a single with 2 outs. Nobody hurt. That was well done, though.
That was.
And exactly the plan that you just laid out.
Yeah, you could tell her first walkthrough versus Bennett's. Her shoulder was in. She was waiting for that pitch, and she waited. Perfect 5-6 hole right there. Tony aggressive, but unfortunately not unable to stop the ball.
Henry looks at that one upstairs as she steps in from the left side. Henry struck out looking her only other time up with the teal ribbon coming out underneath. Pitch. The strike.
Maloney has 11 stolen bases. It's Henry who we need to be careful for because she's the one who has 32 stolen bases, so definitely don't want to get those two on base.
The pitch. Fouled up and over the left side. One ball and 2 strikes. Nyjah delivers. And it popped out of Valdez mitt. Runner in scoring position. The rise ball just kept rising. I think that'll be a wild pitch. Maloney's in scoring position at second base with a 2-2 count.
Definitely want to shut it down right here.
This one is fouled up and over the left side again. Kennedy chopped up the middle. She grabs it and throws to first for the out. Out number 3.
She is so quick in the circle when it comes to fielding her position. It truly is impressive how quick she is able to field a ball, get it to first.
We move to the top of the 4th. No score. Texas Tech trying to scratch some runs when we come back. The Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Business to the next level? Look no further than Cactus Technology Solutions, your trusted partner in cutting-edge technology. And guess what? We've teamed up with Texas Tech, the leading educational institution, to bring you unparalleled expertise and innovation. Picture this: cutting-edge software, seamless networking solutions, and robust cybersecurity measures, all tailored to meet your business needs. So why wait? Let us revolutionize your business with the power of technology.
Cactus Technology Solutions and Texas Tech Baseball, where innovation meets excellence.
Get set for game day with a club run. Shop your Lubbock Sam's Club, located in the Canyon West Shopping Center, before you hit the field. Find hand-cut meats and fresh produce, along with drinks, snacks, and sides in big sizes. Plus, Red Raider fan gear to last season after season. Join Sam's Club and unlock all the perks of membership, like access to exclusive items, savings, and so much more for game day and every day. Sam's Club is a proud corporate partner of Texas Tech and Red Raider Baseball. Sam's Club. Join the club.
Devon Park, the home of the Women's College World Series, is where we're at. Thanks for dialing us up today. Again, they got a contest going on. They're trying to throw softballs into orange buckets. Not an easy chore. Glad I'm not doing that. I can pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves as we're right at the top of the hour. You're listening to coverage of the Women's College World Series on the Tech Sports Network.
Oh, gosh, that is so loud.
Kennedy, Langoliers, and Johnson coming to the plate. As you heard Nikki and Nico saying that's so loud. I don't know what it is, but like the first game we had a different booth, and it just didn't seem like we were right in the line of all the sound. And over here at this booth, this is our third straight game here. It has been loud. Holly Rowe is running. How about that? Holly putting on a show down there. Full sprint to get out of the way.
When
got her purple.
Go ahead.
Got her little purple sport coat on. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, when the PA announcer is going on, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm overstimulated right now.
And there's enough stimulation now. What's on the line in this crowd? And that ball hit by Kennedy. Nice catch down there. Somebody in a red shirt.
Fans going crazy.
Yeah, and then he handed it down to a young lady.
Oh, we love that.
So, aces all around for him. 0-1 to Nyjah. We lead off the top of the fourth. And the pitch. Outside for a ball. Nyjah hitting .294, but power numbers. 11 home runs, 34 driven in, 30 hits. So again, when she hits it, it goes a long way. She has one hit in the Women's College World Series. That was a double off the right field wall. The 1-1 pitch. A little bit low. Sinker ball. Nice eye. 2-1.
Good hold by her.
The vision and the discipline were certainly there on that one. She's buttoned up with 2 red batting gloves herself. Taps out in front of home plate. Digs her right cleat in at the back of the batter's box. The 2-1. Strike called this time.
I'm not mad at her hold right there. I think that was a good take by Nyjah. You know, you don't want to just swing to swing. Now, with 2 strikes on her, she needs to protect. So now she'll need to be swinging anything near the zone.
2-2 pitch. Ball 3. Come on, every now and then he'll give you a free pass. 5 in the Women's College World Series. 6 if you include the H by pitch today, but there's a swing and a miss, strike 3 for Nyjah. Swung right over the top. There's a reason you're getting all these balls beat into the ground. That sink ball, it's hard to get any elevation on that thing.
No, not at all.
Langoliers. Did she go around? Yep. She grounded out to the pitcher to end that threatening top of the first. The pitch. A little inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the fourth, no score here in the championship series. Best 2 out of 3. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner there. It's 1-2. He interviewed Brother Shea, who's playing for the A's, and said that Alexa's always been the better athlete, better at everything. Now watch Shea play at Baylor. He's pretty darn good, and he's a big league baseball player. 1-2 pitch. Off the hands in the air to the third baseman. She'll trot in and make the catch. 2 down. Scott puts that away easily for out number 2.
You know, I was on my phone the other day, and I have the MLB app set up for any Yankee updates, and Langoliers had some hits off of the Yankees, so I was a little sad by that, but I was like, oh, you know, gotta support.
Really good player for the Bears, I can tell you that much. 3 infielders to the left side for Alana Johnson, who hits it hard. Second baseman backhands, throws, and got her. That was Bennett, who was basically playing shortstop. Retires Alana Johnson 6-3 for the 3rd out.
You know, oftentimes I feel like I don't see the shift work that much. Granted, I'm not watching softball all day, every day, but the times I haven't seen the shift really go into effect, but that time it did, and so they had the right scouting report there for Alana.
3-4-5 coming up for Texas in the bottom of the fourth. That's next. No score on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Experience excellence at Brandability. Brandability is your one-source supplier for all your promotional product needs. Signs, banners, t-shirts, caps, and more. Their in-house decoration capabilities ensure maximum quality. Brandability has the best showroom in Texas, and they are known for their top-notch customer service. Come see it for yourself. Brandability. Take your brand to the next level. Lubbock owned and operated since 1992 and a proud corporate partner of Texas Tech Athletics.
At Simmons Pump and Supply, we sell more than just pumps. We sell peace of mind. Your water supply is critical to the well-being of your crops and your family. When it comes to irrigation and house wells, no other product has been designed by and built for West Texans for over 70 years. The next time your well stops producing, make sure your contractor calls Simmons Pump and Supply for the highest quality solution for your water well applications, or visit SimmonsPump.com to learn more. Give us a try. We'll deliver. Recom Tech.
Here we are back at Devon Park. Sucked in some clouds and humidity. A very tiny bit of a breeze. 73 degrees, though. Keeping the fans somewhat cool. As Mike White is being interviewed by Holly Rowe. I'm Jeff Haxton with Nikki and Nico. And who knows which way this one's going to go. I couldn't tell you.
It could go literally either way. Texas has one hit. We have two. Just got to make it happen. I know that's easier said than done, but locking in. Luckily, there is another game to work with. If it doesn't go our way, I feel confident that the girls are locked in, but got to look at the positives, got to look at the other factors and everything.
Lights are on here because, again, it's so socked in clouds. Capacity crowd for the Championship Series Game 1. Rivals in the Southwest Conference, rivals in the Big 12 Conference, and now for the first time, Texas Tech facing an SEC team in Texas in the postseason as they played them earlier this year down in Austin. Pitch. Scott reaches out and gets a piece, fouls it up into the netting. See if this one will roll back down. It does, and makes it all the way back down to the third base dugout area. 39 pitches so far for Nyjah Kennedy. She scoops up the rosin bag like she does after every pitch. Scott struck out her rolling time up. The pitch outside for a ball. Count is 1-1. 0-0 bottom of the fourth. The pitch. High drive left field, going back and making the catch after a little stutter step is Elder. She did the hip swivel, the old karaoke move, and I was like, uh-oh, but she made it.
That was a great, she had the wrong drop step originally, was able to quickly turn over, like you said, karaoke, and be explosive to get the ball on her right side. Love to see that. Some outie love.
Reese Atwood in from the right side, lined out to center. Her only other time up. She fouls this one up and over the top of the backstop. That one didn't make it back down. You got 3 softballs up on the netting for the best seat in the house. Outfield playing deep for Atwood for good reason. 21 home runs this season. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. She's 0 for 9 in this College World Series.
Infield also playing back within reason.
The 1-1. And that's coming back our way, but falls a little short of our perch. The count is 1-2. Nikki's also perched up high. She's going to have a chance to make a play. Maybe. Just can't quite get it back here far enough.
I think if I had my glove, I would be ready.
Just don't damage the nails.
Oh, yeah, can't damage those.
1-2 pitch. A number left side. Charging Lindemuth. Scoops, throws to first and got her. Great play. Bailey Lindemuth didn't panic on that little roller. And she had to come a long ways to get it. 2 down.
I think you meant Derek Jeter.
No kidding.
No, Bailey Lindemuth, because like I mentioned earlier, infield's playing back. Bailey was able to be aggressive, get the ball. 1 foot throw to first. Excellent.
Here comes the pitch. Oh, that's beautiful. Fastball to Jolie Mitchell. Flied out to the third baseman. We're in the top of the fourth. Moving right along. No score so far. The momentum just waiting to be snatched by one of these two rivals. The 0-1 pitch. High for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs. Kennedy at 47 pitches. 3 strikeouts. That one arrived at 72 miles per hour. Her season ERA is .88. Again, averages about 4 pitches in that bat. The 1-1. And nubbed toward the Texas Tech dugout.
4 pitches at bat. That's a crazy stat. That is nuts. Insane.
Jerry Glasgow today said he wasn't looking at film. He wasn't doing anything. He was just going to enjoy the day and go play. See what happens. The 1-2 pitch. Off speed and curled to foul up and over the right side. Down into the stands. Jolie Mitchell has 17 dingaroos today this year. 17 in a day would be something else.
I would be concerned if she had 17 at-bats in a day.
Mm-hmm. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the heater right by you.
That was a big strikeout. She has 3 home runs in this Women's College World Series, so shutting her down was huge.
Najee Kennedy with 4 strikeouts sends us to the top of the 5th inning. The Red Raiders, the visitors, will send up 7-8-9. We'll see if they can jumpstart the offense against Cavan when we come back on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
This is where projects come to life. Our showrooms are designed to inspire with the latest products from top brands, curated in an inviting, hands-on environment, and a team of industry experts to support your project. We'll be there to make sure everything goes as planned, from product selection to delivery coordination. At Ferguson Bath, Kitchen, and Lighting Gallery, your project is our priority.
Stop by our Lubbock showroom today to see the latest innovations from your favorite brands, including Thermador.
Red Raider fans, are you ready to knock it out of the park with your career goals? At Staffing at KT Black, we're here to help you hit a home run in your job search. Just like the Red Raiders go for a win on the field, our team is dedicated to finding you the perfect match in your career lineup. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just stepping up to the plate, Staffing at KT Black offers staffing solutions tailored for employees and employers. Visit us online at ktblack.com or stop by our Amarillo or Lubbock offices. Staffing at KT Black. Let us help you hit that next grand slam with all your staffing needs.
We're back at Devon Park under the lights here with still a ways to go to sunset, but a lot of clouds around. I'm your meteorologist here, too. I don't know if you've noticed that, Nikki. Living in this state, some of the tornadoes that you can get, you got to be head on a swivel. And again, just to show what Okies are like, yesterday at my parents' house, where my dad went and grabbed some lunch, and we're sitting there and the sirens are blowing. We didn't even blink. We just kept eating.
Just another day.
It's just another day. Just another siren for a tornado warning. Now, we're not stupid. If we see the big tornado coming, we'll get out of the way.
Oh, absolutely.
But this one didn't have much. Just a little bit of a spin up down by Norman yesterday as far as the tornadoes go. But Tech did have to shelter in place there at the hotel. We had shelter at Rip Griffin Park earlier this year when Cincinnati was in town. We had to go to the Rawls Business College and get in the basement. Luckily, it never got here. All right, 7, 8, 9 coming up for the Red Raiders in the all-black uniforms tonight. This will be the top of the 5th coming up. Scott, the third baseman, cheating in quite a bit. Elder flied out to left field her only other time. Time to get some offensive magic like he had in the first, going again. Pitch. She was out on her front foot on a changeup, swung and foul tipped it.
I think that's interesting that Scott is playing in because I feel like Demi has been doing a great job of getting it in the outfield, so that's a little surprising to me, especially in this Women's College World Series. She's done a great job of being a spark here.
Pitch to Demi. High fly ball. Get foul. That thing's coming down close. And it just missed the glove of Scott. It landed on top of the third base dugout. That's a tarp that says NCAA Women's College World Series. And I bet that missed her glove by a half a foot.
It would have been an incredible play if she did make that catch. I will say that.
So new life for Elder. That ball just out of the reach. She's got no batting gloves, ready in the 0-2 pitch. About eye level for a ball. 4 home runs for Demi this year. 28 hits, 18 runs. Coming into tonight, 6 for 21 at the dish in the NCAA tournament. That includes the Regional Super and Women's College World Series. Kavan's 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul tip, she'll see another. Kavan's to 59 pitches. Just a little bit out in front of the pace of Nisha.
You know, with those stats, you said Demi has 28 hits, and she was out for most of the season, so right. I wish she would have been in the whole season, and I think it would be a way different number.
1-2 pitch. Line drive, left field line. Stewart makes the running catch. Ball had just a little too much air, went away.
That was a beautiful line drive, though. Stewart was just there. She was ready. She was closer to the line, but that would have been a perfect one, and I guarantee they're going to start dropping here soon, at least the ones that are in the air. Hopefully the ones that are in the ground are going to get in between the gaps there.
Demi Elder, since returning, Texas Tech is 30-3, and she's reached base safely in 28 of those 33 games. Just to echo what Nikki was talking about. Pinch hitter coming up, Logan Holloman. Going to hit for Valdez. Valdez can go back in the game. Pitch. Hit hard at second, off the second baseman and rolling into shallow center field. Holloman is on board. Hit it hard and play. Good things will happen. Holloman's aboard at first.
You know, I think that was the first time I've seen Logan stand in and swing away. She's typically a slapper, so I love that she was able to do that. She was versatile, and now, you know, she got on. She was successful. I don't think second base was ready for that.
Yeah, it was Bennett who tried to backhand it. She should have moved her feet better, don't you think?
I agree. I think she should have tried to get in front of that, and she looked like she stabbed it. You never want to stab it. You always want to go through it with your backhand.
Well, we talked about mistakes, right? Mistakes opening doors. There's a mistake. It's the second error for Texas. I'm trying to think of the other one. Do you remember another error?
I'm trying to think of it. I remember pumping my fist, but I can't remember what it was for.
Because I don't have another error written down. But there's 2 on the board, so that's a mystery we'll solve here in a little bit. Strikeout cancer night, and another pinch hitter.
Number 14,
Reagan Jennings is 2 for 6 in the NCAA tournament. 393 her overall average. She's appearing in her 47th game. The pitch. Ooh, way out there on the outside corner, but called a strike. She pushed the Tech lead to 3-1 over UCLA 2 games ago. Left-handed hitter. Takes that one low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Thank you, Mark Finkner. The catcher's interference is recorded as an E2.
Makes sense.
I just put CI on the board. Now I'll put the E2 there. Thank you very much. The 1-1 pitch. Oh, it's a little hit and run too late. Out at second base. She waited till the ball hit the glove and then swung, and that's not what she needed. Not executed well at all. Out at second base. There's 2 down now. I mean, that ball's in the glove when Jennings decides to swing.
Yeah, that was not helpful. Not in this situation. You know, we're kind of getting down to the wire. We had a runner on base, a quick one at that, and needing to execute when you have a situational opportunity here. Oh, yeah. I'm watching the replay right now. It was way already in the catcher's glove. She was already transitioning to throw it to second, and Reagan swung. Not what you want.
We're going to have a review coming here. The crew chief, Chelsea Clark.
Out at second base. Texas Tech is challenging that ruling. Players under review.
I guess this would be under the obstruction, maybe, because she was way out, right?
I think she was way out. But again, you know, we're getting down to the wire. You got to challenge anything that could put you in scoring position.
It scored 2-6 on the throw out of Holloman. And I can't imagine anything changing here.
Yeah,
Chelsea Clark standing out there in the middle of the field, her hand to her earpiece. I was wondering why Jennings, if it was a true hit and run, wouldn't have swung at the pitch when physics would have allowed her to make contact. Not when the ball was already in the catcher's mitt.
Either she missed the sign or she didn't come prepared to swing at whatever was coming. I know hit and run, it's always so tricky, especially if it's a really, really bad pitch, but I don't think in that situation that it was. I think it was pretty close in the zone that you could have at least fouled it off.
This is taking a little longer than I expected. Tag was applied, and then the foot hit the bag. It was a great throw there by Atwood. I mean, Nikki, I don't know this as well as you do, but this has to be about obstruction. I mean, it is.
I'll be honest, I'm shocked by that. I want to see the replay again and look for specifically the obstruction.
Oh my goodness. What a huge, huge call. A reversal. And obstruction continues to be a headline here in Oklahoma City. Because, again, I'm in a different place than I'm used to, okay? But that's an out in every park in the universe. They called her safe.
I'm honestly shocked.
Okay, the 1-2 to Jennings. She squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, excuse me. I couldn't believe she squared there. A runner at second and 1 out. The pitch. Outside. 3-2. I know one thing. Jerry Glasgow knows what he's talking about when it comes to this review stuff. Gracious. I doubted the man again and was wrong again. The 3-2 pitch. Slapped into the Texas section. Bevo, the mascot, had his foam head taken off.
He hasn't been too excited. He's thrown his hat a couple times. I've been watching him.
3-2 again. Little flare to the left side, caught by the shortstop. Good. Makes the play. 2 away.
I thought that was dropping, I'll be honest. Looks like we have a timeout for the pitching coach to talk to Kavan.
Yep, Maya Davis is going to be coming to the plate. Takes a base hit to get you on the board. For Texas, they started off their regional by beating Eastern Illinois. They smoked Michigan, and they smoked UCF, regional champs. Then they had Clemson, and this was dandy. They lost to Clemson, narrowly beat Clemson, and then beat Clemson in the championship 6-5. They get to the Women's College World Series. They beat Florida 3-0. They beat Oklahoma 4-2, and then they beat Tennessee 2-0. Tennessee would have had to have beaten Texas twice. The Volunteers went home. We're down to 2 teams. Started with 8.
Brick by brick.
Texas Tech rampage through the Lubbock Regional, the Tallahassee Super Regional, and they beat Ole Miss, UCLA, and Oklahoma. All right, now we're ready with Davis at the plate to pitch. She lets it go outside for a ball, 1-0. No score, top of the 5th inning. We've had a call overruled at second base on obstruction. That is Holloman out at second. The pitch. Little flare towards right center field. Got a chance to get down. It does. Around third base, Holloman. Red Raiders lead 1-0.
Absolutely beautiful hit by Maya Davis. She got it right behind second base. You saw right field was charging in. Logan having the wheels at second in scoring position. She was able to get around and score on a stand-up. We love that. That's exactly what you need to do. We need to get the ball. We need to continue with this momentum and get the ball rolling.
And Holloman running on contact. There was no way you were going to get her. And she's pretty darn fast to begin with. Now how about a little Haley Toney magic? You got the speed of Davis over at first base. I'm going to brag on Maya in a minute. This ball at first, caught by the first baseman on the ground. She'll step on the base. Mitchell retires Haley Toney for out number 3. Maya Davis coming into last at bat, okay? So she steps to the plate. She was 0 for 8. Since then, single scored the game-winning run. Single walk RBI single for Maya Davis, who's heating up. 1 run across for the Red Raiders. 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
What's up, baseball fans? Enjoying the game should be easy. Don't overthink it. What to wear? Done. Just toss on your lucky jersey. Don't know what to serve your friends? Easy. Pick up some burgers for the grill and grab some Bud Light for your pregame tailgate. See? It's that easy. Just like Bud Light, which is always brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Overton Hotel and Conference Center is the official hotel of Texas Tech Athletics and the Texas Tech Alumni Association, and is the perfect home away from home for all of your game day needs. Enjoy stylish accommodations, thoughtful amenities, and an unbeatable location near Texas Tech University, Jones AT&T Stadium, United Supermarkets Arena, and Rip Griffin Park. We invite all Red Raider fans to join us before and after every home game, where you can enjoy live music and your favorite game day food and drinks. When it comes to Texas Tech game days, we've got all the essentials and more. Wreck 'em Tech.
Well, as we come back here for the bottom of the 5th, I want to run something by Nikki and Nico here.
Let's hear it.
I think we know who's the majority rooting for in here, because when that play happened, we just took a little time to let it breathe. And if you looked around here, this entire place looked like it was going crazy, except for that orange patch down there behind the dugout.
Oh, absolutely. I've been on social media. I've been looking. Oh, if you look at the screen, people are just throwing horns down left and right. I saw a lot of OU fans saying, sad my Sooners are out, but we are rooting for the the Texas Tech Red Raiders. So I think a majority besides the burnt orange right there to the left of us are going for Tech.
There's an Oklahoma State sweater I just saw in the stands with the horns down. Oh, the league office will be dealing out penalties left and right.
That's just showbiz.
It's worth it, right?
Yep.
Some Tennessee fans still around. What an event.
What a great song. Fans are going crazy.
Raider Red dancing around down there, leading the chants and the cheers. Kirby Hocutt visited our booth before the game. He's got that tradition going. Pitch. Strike one. Pumped in to Katie Stewart, who can hit for power. She was hit by a pitch her only other time up today. She's hitting .379 with 17 bombs. 1-0 Red Raiders in the bottom of the fifth. We're just underway in the bottom of the fifth. And the pitch. A little roller to the second baseman. Up with it. No problem. Langoliers to all red. One away.
Yeah, I told Kirby that I'm a little stitious. I've been wearing the same pair of socks for the games.
It's like, I'm a little superstitious. Had to come up and see you guys that did it last time. Here's Leanne Good. Pitch. Off speed for a strike. Good had already given up on it. She was backing out of the batter's box while the ball was in flight. 54 pitches for Nigeri Kennedy. She shakes her head. She likes this one. Here she comes with a pitch. And that's up in the air behind home plate. Coming back, Valdez can't get it because it lands on the covering with a netting.
I think Good was trying to prove a point, kind of similar to Oklahoma last game, where they were saying Nyjah was quick pitching. Okay. So I think that's why she was trying to step out to show that, hey, let me get in the box.
Yeah, we heard that from Patty Gasso. So she didn't even get her hands in the air ready for the pitch when it was on the way. Here it comes. That misses outside. A waste pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Good, who lined out to the pitcher her only other time up. Hitting .294 in the season is Good. It puts her at 2 for 10 in Oklahoma City. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Her line drive was the one that Nyjah didn't even flinch for. She was just ready right there.
Ping pop right back into the mitt. See what she brings her on 2-2. 1 away, base is clear. Pitch. That's served up and back to the right. Close. Oh, Valdez hitting the gate there with all kinds of hustle. Couldn't quite catch it. We'll try it again on the 2-2.
I think she lost her glove on that one, too. Gotta love the effort.
Gotta love the crowd. It's good to see people having fun.
Sports are fun sometimes.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Kennedy shouts out in celebration towards Valdez. That high heat, Texas is having some trouble with it.
Nyjah's just being Nyjah. She's in her bag.
That'll bring up Victoria Hunter here in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs and nobody on. Tech up 1-0. The pitch. Fouled. I tell you, I mean, you can swing at that all you want. I don't know if you can hit it. At 71, rising. I just don't know if you can get on top of it enough.
I mean, even if you have your hands going through the ball, I mean, unless it's hanging a little bit lower, aside from that, I don't know how.
Uh-oh. Hook. This ball is deep. It is. Foul! From here, it looked gone.
I know that is heart-wrenching for Victoria Hunter, but hopefully, we have 2 outs, 2 strikes. Hopefully we're able to shut her down, because that came off the bat hot.
Oh, my. Big home run distance there. Pitch 772 in a row for Kennedy. Was driven deep. but too far to the left. The 0-2. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, man, that's going to be crushing for Victoria Hunter. So in her mind, it tied the game when it left the bat.
Oh, for sure.
The 1-2 offering. Outside, 2-2. Yeah, again, our angle is a little tough to judge there. From here, it looked like it went right over the pole.
It did, and even when it landed, I was like, I can't tell if that was fair or foul.
The 2-2. Tried the rise ball, and it goes to the backstop. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on. 2 outs. Red Raiders up 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th. And Nija trying to push the Red Raiders to the sticks in the top of the 6th. Under the lights here in Oklahoma City. She rocks and fires. Off speed. Little floater. Caught by the shortstop. No problem for Tony.
In my mind, I was like, I would probably go at her with an off-speed pitch right here because she's prepared for it. She's ready. She's ready for that rise ball, and that's exactly what she did. And from this angle, I thought it was going to go a line drive over Tony's head, but the way Tony started planning, I was like, okay, no, it's going straight to her.
Yep, just off the end of the bat, just a little bit too early. As Nija continues to conduct. She is the conductor right now. We head to the top of the 6th. Looking for more runs for the Red Raiders. Remember, it's best of 3. Nothing will be decided tonight, no matter who wins. Top of the 6th next. Texas Tech 1, Texas 0 on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm James Arnold with First Bank and Trust, a division of UMB Bank. Our bank has been a part of this community for almost 30 years, offering banking services for both personal and business needs. From Texas Tech University to LCU, our bank has been a supporter of the arts, education, and athletics throughout West Texas. For services provided by First Bank and Trust, visit our website at firstbanktexas.com or visit one of our banking centers across the South Plains. That's firstbanktexas.com to learn more.
Member FDIC.
Power up your world with IPS Commercial Electric. For commercial and industrial electric, the winning team of professionals at IPS Commercial Electric has the superior service, solutions, and knowledge to keep your world turning in the right direction. IPS is a proud sponsor of Texas Tech Athletics and the Lubbock community. Call IPS Commercial Electric today to schedule an appointment and let us assist you with all your electrical needs. Keep your world turning in the right direction. IPS Commercial Electric. Wreck 'em.
All right, Nikki, this seems like the inning to go right here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think 3, 4, 5 coming to the plate?
Absolutely. They've all been sparks. I feel like we've done our best work in the middle of the lineup, and this is the time, top of the 6th. We'll get one more chance after this. We got to run last inning. Let's keep that momentum going, and let's strike while the iron's hot.
Got a little help from the replay booth on the obstruction. Tell you what, you better make a tag and get out of the way. If there's anything close to being in the way, it's going to be called obstruction. Just to keep that in your back pocket as we move forward through this championship series.
That had to be a recent change because I feel like back in the day, if you had the ball and you were moving towards the tag, it wasn't off the table.
Sorry, you're out.
Yeah.
All right, here's Lauren Allred in the pitch. Good cut. Well, she fouled it up and over the left side. Jeff Haxton, Nikki, and Nico with you here on the Tech Sports Network. Thanks to all the folks that made this happen. Kirby Hocutt, Robert Giovanetti, Rick Leach for allowing us to jump in and call these games. It's been unbelievable. The 0-1. Swing and a miss for Allred. Got on the catcher's interference and then grounded out to the pitcher.
I'm extremely thankful for them to have thought of me in this time at this stage, so thank you.
The 0-2. High. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Texas outfielders, the corners, shortstop. Step in just to have a little encouraging word for Caban, who is really, really good. Outstanding at what she does. 75th pitch pending for her. Right against left, and the pitch launched at and fouled over the left side. I love all red. She's getting her money's worth. Jerry Glasgow today said, man, just think if we can get to win 55. Just think what that would be, what it would mean. You got an interstate matchup. You got a rivalry matchup. Taking that trophy to West Texas would be a dream come true. The 1-2 stays up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It would also rain on the Texas Parade as they've been to the finals twice, and they say third time's the charm. They don't have to deal with Oklahoma. They got to deal with the Red Raiders. 2-2. Great take. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, man. This is a massive pitch coming up here, Nick.
It is. Anywhere close, you got to be swinging. Got to be aggressive.
Kavon is ready. Here comes. Ground to the right side. The first baseman says, I got it. She does. Pull it in. Steps on the bag. 3 unassisted for out number 1. Mitchell has been busy. Scott has been busy. And Kavon has been busy. You just, again, it's hard to get the ball in the air. You have to almost cash in on a mistake to get the ball in the air on Kavon. So much sink.
She doesn't miss her spots quite often, so, that's one of the things you have to capitalize on if you do get that opportunity.
Well, that's a nice pop of the mitt there on a fastball that missed off the edge to Nigel Kennedy, who tucks in her towel on the right hip, makes a little slash across the dirt in front of home plate, gets the open stance, little bend in the knees. The 1-0, same spot, missed outside. 2-0. Time call. The catcher and the first baseman are going to go to Kavon and have a word. So that gives Jerry Glasgow time to talk to his star pitcher, Nigel Kennedy.
This is totally random, but I do love seeing all the batters approach to get in the box. What they do. Do they twist the bat? Do they hit their helmet? Do they pick up some dirt? I know that's not relevant to the game whatsoever, but it is in their mind because they're like, okay, that's probably that superstition. That's just what they're used to, and that's how they feel prepared to step in the box and take that at bat.
As a former slapper, did you have the elbow guard?
I did, yes.
Okay, I would think so.
Yep.
When you're running at something that's moving 70 miles an hour, so it's like 100, I would think you would probably put a guard on.
If you didn't wear one, I'd be a little concerned.
2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Kennedy should have let that one go. Kavon fooled her with a sinker ball. But she's still ahead. 2 balls and a strike. 1-0 Red Raiders, top of the 6th here at Devon Park. And a best of 3 for the Natty. Two-one pitch. Inside corner for a strike. Kavon just dotted her up there.
I do not think Nigel liked that call there.
Two pitch. Grounded sharply to short. Staying down with it and making a play on a low throw is good. Good enough. 2 down.
I'm interested to see because on that one she pulled up her head a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think, when you hit it hard at shortstop, especially with as much as we've been hitting it between short and third, they're going to make an error eventually.
Hey, you were right, by the way, on that pitch before. That's way inside.
Yeah.
Again, in the past, move forward. What's next, as Joey McGuire would say, the head coach of Red Raider football. What's next is Alexa Langoliers taking a strike where that inside corner is really there for Kavon. 1-0 Red Raiders, top of the 6th here in the championship series. 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch. A high fly ball to shallow left center field. Center fielder makes the catch easily. It's Henry coming on to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's getting late. Red Raiders 1, Longhorns 0 on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
At Covenant Health, you'll find the largest and most trusted integrated team of heart specialists between Dallas and Phoenix. Our unified approach brings together the finest minds in cardiology, ensuring that no matter the heart or vascular challenge, you have the most capable hands in the industry.
We are proud to offer some of the most advanced heart procedures available today, all aimed at improving patient care.
Because when it's your heart, every moment matters.
Red Raiders, are you ready for some serious convenience? Look no further than Toot and Totem. Grab your favorite fountain drinks, fresh foods, and snacks right from our drive-thru windows. And introducing Fetch'em by Toot and Totem. Enjoy the ease of pickup or delivery without any delay. Why wait when you can have it all now? Place your order today at tootandtotem.com/Fetch'em. Whether it's a quick snack or a refreshing drink, we've got you covered with our drive-thru and Fetch'em pickup and delivery. Toot and Totem, the official convenience store partner of Texas Tech Athletics. Visit us today and experience the ultimate convenience.
Back here in Oklahoma City, sunset. Here is the Red Raiders and Longhorns who are in a pitcher's duel. Nyjah Kennedy, 1 hit surrendered, 3 errors for Texas, but the Red Raiders only able to take advantage with 1 run. 9-1-2 coming up for Texas. You want to jump out there on that crane?
Oh, gosh, no. That's pretty impressive, though.
The high-definition camera is about 15 feet from us, in front of us, on a crane. It can swoop across the crowd, get all kinds of shots. I always have a good laugh, and I know it's completely different, but the staff running this for ESPN is probably 50 strong. Mm-hmm. And then there's me and you.
Yeah.
And Brian back in Jeff City. That's it.
You know, I think we're doing a good job holding it down.
Pinch hitting, number 3.
Well, we got a pinch hitter. Vanessa Quiroga. Hit the salsa music for her. 246 overall average. 15 of 61 at the plate. She hits from the left side, does Quiroga. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball from Nyjah. 65 pitches for her. 1-0 Red Raiders as we begin the bottom of the 6th.
You know, I honestly thought she was going to be a slapper in the 9-hole. Try to get some speed on.
That's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
She has no stolen bases, so...
And she has no at-bats in the Women's College World Series either.
Interesting.
Her first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Senior. Sport management major. Listed as utility. Trying to roll the order over. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Quiroga provides very little resistance for round number 1. Six strikeouts for Nyjah Kennedy. Back to the top of the order in Ashton Maloney. Pitch. Tried to slap it right at the third baseman Lindemuth, who's cheating in. That was a good cut there, I thought.
It was. It definitely was, but I'm confident in Bailey Lindemuth. She's aggressive. She's always on go.
91 base hits for Maloney. She's got 1 tonight. Swing and a miss. She about ran right over home plate on that one.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they're going to call out of the box at some point or another with the slappers, but she was already, I felt like her hips were already to first, not even her shoulder, but her whole body.
One down, the 0-2. She just punches it foul on the left side. Kennedy against lefties coming into tonight, a 36.4% strikeout rate. Lefties hitting 173. Against righties, 141.
Jeez.
Also 34% strikeout. So it doesn't matter right or left. She's striking out 34%. The pitch. Another running chop foul over the left side. Maloney's hit went into left field between the 5 and 6 hole.
As a slapper, she's keeping her hands back, which is making her late on that. You kind of want to have your hands with your back foot following that rhythm there, typically.
Kennedy started to go into her 0-2 and then stopped. I'm not sure if time was called at home or if she shut it down on her own.
I think he called it an illegal pitch there because he threw his hand up, so I think they're going to give her a ball.
Okay. So is that the quick pitch? You think?
No, I think that was... Oh, I'm interested to see. Yeah, they gave her a ball. Because once you start your wind up and you stop it, it's kind of like a bulk. Is that what they call it in baseball?
Ball, Pitch. Line drive down the left field line. Slices foul. The Texas fans rise and then get back into their seats. That went right in front of them. They were thinking extra base is there.
From this angle, it looked like it was going to drop right behind third base.
Tech in the all black. Trying to get a tough out here, Maloney. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, she dove that one in towards her knees and then on the hands. 7 strikeouts for Nigel Kennedy.
Beautiful on the inside corner. You know, she was working outside Maloney the whole time. That's tough as a slapper because it's kind of like, gosh, you were ready for that outside pitch, then you bring it in. She just wasn't prepared for that.
Oh, what a pitch that was. Here's Henry. She'll roll it foul on the first base side. A couple of hops over there to Allred. Jumping out in front is Nigel Kennedy. Henry has 80 base hits, hitting .402 on the year. She's got 3 in Oklahoma City, 0 for 2 tonight, with a strikeout looking and a ground out to the pitcher. The 0-1. It's a ball. Now remember, she's the speedster. She's only been caught 1 time stealing. She has 32 stolen bases for Texas.
She also has power because I know she hit one over, I believe, against Oklahoma.
This ball is whipped up into the upper deck. Kind of chops around up there. So the count is 1-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Red Raiders, the visitors, up 1-0 in this best of 3. The 12th WCWS game for Nyjah, and this is lined down the left field line and fouled by a foot. Holy cow.
I don't know how much my heart can take of these foul balls right down the line.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
You know, they're just a little
on
late.
Every pitch.
They're just a little late on it.
Nyjah puts her toes on the rubber in the circle, leaning forward. Has a 1-2 count, rocks back, delivers. Line drive left field, that one's good for a base hit. And they'll hold her to a single with a throw in from Elder. It's a 2-out knock for the Longhorns, and that's going to bring up Maya Scott. Not a bad pitch. This is a good job of hitting.
It was high, and she was able to follow through with her hands and, you know, get a nice line drive out of that. No, you're right. It is Mia, not Maya.
Scott, a strikeout and a line out to left field. Her left foot is up on the chalk, and the pitch. Runner going. Snap throw by Valdez is not in time. A stolen base. She's in a scoring position. They were not wasting any time. Texas very, very aggressive. And that's the 33rd stolen base of the year for Caden Henry.
On review if she left early.
Yep. We'll have a challenge. See if she left early or not. I know one thing. She was there in a blink.
She's quick.
60 feet. Valdez did a pretty good job. Lindemuth tried to tag before she caught it. So the ball never got to a tag position. 81 pitches for Nyjah. Langoliers. Again, when you got somebody that fast, just try to do some things that aren't physically possible, which is tag before the ball's in your glove. She left on time, by the way. It's already been upheld. And we'll have a runner in scoring position for Texas. By the way, the pitch was a strike to Maya Scott. Maya mia, Maya mia. Mamma mia. Mamma mia, we got us a game. And the pitch. Foul tip straight back off the catcher. Valdez, and it's 0-2. What do you throw here?
0-2. I would definitely try to throw some off speed. Maybe off speed inside. Actually, off speed inside since she's so close on the line.
She's up there close. The 0-2. A little poke towards the second baseman. Tough play. She's safe. Runners at the corners. It was just a little flight over the pitcher. And when it landed, Langoliers had no chance. Back-to-back singles. And runners at the corners for Texas for Reese Atwood.
You know, with that, she's a power hitter. Oh, it looks like it was an inside off-speed pitch. Would you look at that? She got a good job. She did a good job of getting around it, but you know, that's what happens. That's the risk you take when you're playing deep in the field.
Just a little check swing popper. My gosh! All right, Tech up by 1, but the biggest at-bat of the year happening right now. The runner's trying to get him to bait, and she just goes to second base. She was trying to get Valdez to bite. Here comes the 1-0. It's 2-0. Was Valdez even?
No, they're intentionally walking her.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I get it. I do. She's their best hitter. She's their power. They all have power, but I get it.
All right, it's just going to be an IBB, intentional base on balls. Reese Atwood. Pitch. Oh, she hit it into left field for a base hit. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Texas leads. They were trying to intentionally walk her, and now Texas leads in the bottom of the 6th, and the Red Raiders will have 1 chance coming up in the 7th. I was worried about that. It didn't look like it was high enough.
It wasn't high enough. It wasn't outside enough. Typically in that, you want to make sure there is no doubt that batter is going to get a piece of the ball, and that wasn't the case.
What a tragic mistake. This is a chopper to short. They're going to go across the diamond. Better hurry. They just got her at first base.
Looks like they want to review that.
Atwood hit a ball that was intended for an intentional walk into left field, and now we're going to get a review on the bang-bang play at first. I was just worried from up here. It didn't look like it was far enough away, and that was like it's 3-0. If I get something close, I'm going to swing. Did Tony get her at first? I think so. While we wait on the review, let's pause 10 seconds. Allow our affiliates to identify themselves. You're listening to Red Raider Softball.
She's out.
That's the voice of Nikki and Nico saying she's out. I think she's out as well. Live, my eyes thought she was out. But what a mistake. When you're trying to intentionally walk somebody, make sure they can't reach it. All right, just like that. And I mean just like that. The Red Raiders have to score at least a run to keep it going. We'll see if they can produce some magic. No doubt they're shocked as they were trying to give the base to Atwood, and she stroked a 2 RBI single into left field. 2-1 Texas. More coming up on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
The Texas Tech Alumni Association represents loyal Red Raiders committed to supporting the academic mission of Texas Tech. Established by the first graduating class in 1927, the association will soon celebrate its centennial, representing a century of support for our students, alumni programs, and university tradition. Whether a century member or part of the 1923 Society, thank you for helping us meet our mission. Belong today. Download our app, visit texastechalumni.org, or stop by the McKenzie Merkin Alumni Center to learn more. You're one of us.
This June, don't miss out on the tile blowout at Raider Flooring. Get porcelain tiles for just $1 per square foot. That's right, only $1. But hurry, this deal won't last long. It's first come, first serve, so visit Raider Flooring today on 50th between Slide and Utica. Transform your space with high-quality tile at unbeatable prices. Don't wait. Take advantage of this incredible offer before it's gone. For more information and to see our full selection, visit RaiderFlooring.com.
Not sure how you shake that one off.
You know, it's unfortunate, it's tough, but this is where you have to be mentally tough and fight back. We've fought back before, and I will say, luckily, we have another game to work with, but you don't want to give Texas that momentum going into the next game.
You realize all that happened with 2 outs. Strikeout, strikeout, single, check swing, single. I'd already written down intentional walk for Atwood. And they threw a belt-high meatball that she whipped into left field and drove in Henry and Scott for the 2 RBI single. And now Texas Tech's backs are literally against the wall.
I mean, it's now or never. They have to make the adjustments. They have to attack. They have to respond. And if they don't respond, obviously, Texas walks away with the win right here.
Of course, I think a lot of people are going to go back to that first inning. Start of the game, single, catcher interference, bases loaded, nobody out. A chance to really set the tone against Texas.
Yep.
Hit into a 5-2-3 double play and a ground out to the pitcher, and you come away with 0 on the board in the first. Alana Johnson will lead things off for the Red Raiders, down 2-1 in the top of the 7th. And she hits it to the shortstop. Bat hop. Runner safe at first. A little short hop on good. And she couldn't make the play. And that was needed like you can't believe.
I said that would happen eventually. You just keep hitting them in the dirt. Second would eventually make an error. I mean, she pulled up on that last one a couple innings ago. And then here we are.
That's 4 errors on Texas. Going to bring up Timmy Elder. And we've got a defensive timeout, so Jerry Glasgow will talk to his girls down in front of the first base dugout. You just need one. You just need one to get it to where it continues as you're the visiting team. I think with the way This game is gone. You need to get greedy. Full house here at Devon Park. There is some action in the Texas bullpen, by the way. I think it's Satala Gutierrez who's down there.
You know, I think it's interesting. They just called a defensive timeout, and right field came in. Left and center stayed out. I'm interested to see with the runner on first if they're trying to plan something here.
Two exit pitch. A little outside. Good eye by Demi Elder. Elder fly to left. Line to left. Runner at first and nobody out. The pitch. Elder pops it up. Left field. Steadying. Stewart makes the catch. One away. Pinch hitter coming up, Anya German. German on the season, .294 batting average, 15 base hits.
Next lady for Texas Tech, number 12, Anya German.
Hold on, 12.
German in the NCAA tournament is 0 for 1. She has had a plate appearance here in OKC. 2-1 Texas. Top of the 7th. And the pitch. Outside and up. 1 ball and no strikes.
I haven't seen much of Anya, so hopefully she can get something, you know, in the gap. Nothing crazy. Just keeping it simple.
1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Runner at first base, Alana Johnson. Time called by the catcher. Every move is so important.
I think, if anything, the catcher was just going to Kavon and saying, hey, take a deep breath. Your last 2 outside pitches haven't been going your way. Let's try to make something work right here.
She may get one grooved here, and if so, Anya can be a hero. 2-0 pitch. Inside corner for a strike. Well, that was in on her hands. I don't blame her for taking that one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Johnson over at first. Texas scored 2 in the bottom of the 6th. They lead it 2-1. Tech down to its last 2 outs. The pitch. Oh, strike 2. That's way inside, it looks like, from here. But again, from here. 2-2. Two offering. I knew she was going to throw it there again. This time called a ball. 3-2.
Texas fans are not happy about that call.
It's so far inside, I don't know if you could hit it. All right, biggest pitch of the season. 3-2. Strike 3 called. Stolen second base. It was on the inside corner. German is out number 2, and that'll bring up Bailey Lindemuth. We'll try and tie the game with Alana Johnson out at second base.
You know, kudos to Alana Johnson for capitalizing, being aggressive on the base path. Obviously, everybody was focused in on the batter right there and that at bat, and they weren't paying attention to Alana. Alana was scooting down to second, so great base running by Alana in that situation.
We're going to have a review, I think.
I'm not sure what we would be reviewing there.
Leaving too early? I mean, there's just no way you can hit that pitch. It almost hits her.
play. By rule, the runner returns to first base.
I'm not too sure what happened right there.
Said umpire interference. That changes everything completely.
Well, still heads up by Alana for going for second base.
She's got to go back to first. Now the umpires are going to come together. Here's a replay here. There's that pitch that's...
There was not batter interference. Texas is challenging that ruling. The play is under review.
Well, if they've already sent her back to first, how could you check for batter interference?
I could not tell you. Because she got back to first, correct. So I guess I'm struggling to see where the review is.
So if this is overturned, the game is over. What a horrible way it would be to end the spectacle that is the Women's College World Series, first of 3 games here. First best of 3. 2-1 Texas. They've already said interference on an umpire that took Johnson from second to first. But then I don't see how you can have a batter interference because that means the play is dead. And so how's their batter interference? What does she interfere with? Did you see how far inside that pitch was?
I honestly, if you look at it, it looks like it skims her Evo shield from the view. She should have just left, I hate to say that, but she should have just left her elbow in there to prove a point that that's an inside pitch. That would be the quickest hands I would ever see to a ball.
I just don't understand what you could interfere with if there's an umpire interference. What could you be interfering with if, again, you've already been penalized by going from stealing second back to first?
Also, I know that they called the interference on Anya, and I see that point in terms of her trying to delay the throw, but if you watch it, Kavan grabbed the ball on the throwdown.
Well, I thought they said that there was no batter interference. They're challenging batter interference. Here we go. Thank goodness. Can we play? Okay, so at least Bailey Lindemuth will have a chance to decide it on the field instead of some hokey, weird Mickey Mouse call.
Yeah, exactly.
Lindemuth is 0 for 2 tonight. Runner at first, 2 outs. And the pitch swings and fouls it back. It's 0-1. Texas scored 2 in the bottom of the 6th while they were trying to walk the bases full. Reese Atwood ripped one through the left side that was intended again for ball 4. Henry and Scott came around to score.
Definitely not what you wanted in that situation.
You're down to your last 2 strikes here in game 1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Devon checks the wrist. The 0-2 pitch. High fly ball should do it. First baseman makes the catch. Texas wins.
You know, they took advantage of the opportunity. There was a pitch that we left up on that intentional walk, and Reese was able to drive 2 runs in, and that's unfortunate. But, you know, now it's time to bounce back, learn from tonight's mistakes, and get ready for tomorrow. Prepare mentally, because we're very much still in this game. There's still an opportunity for us to come back and fight. So
we'll take a timeout, come back and begin our Red Raider wrap-up show after this as Texas, despite 4 errors, wins 2-1 on the Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Red Raiders, it's game day.